To piggyback off it, do y'all know what like you know what you want to be, but do you know what the man that you want wants?
Mm,
Like the guy that you're looking for. Well, yeah, you can go ahead and go first. The guy that you want, like your dream guy. What does he want?
I feel like it's always important to talk about,
Yeah, it is.
like
Yeah,
when you
yeah, yeah.
first meet somebody, because I don't feel like I would come with pure intention, so I would expect the person that I'm talking to be really honest and genuine with me
But what
too.
do you think it is? Even if like without asking, what do you think men in general, especially like a man that you would want, like a valuable type of guy, like a good, like a guy that's actually up there? What's he looking for in a relationship? This is a question I feel like a lot of women can't answer, but it's something you should be thinking about, because don't you want to please the guy that you're trying to look for? And it shouldn't be a math issue where you have to ask him every 5 minutes. Just like how I know what a woman wants, I shouldn't have to ask her every 5 minutes. Hey, are you hungry? Do you want this? No, it's like no, like we're gonna go eat. We're gonna go do this right now. You
It's
know,
because I feel like our girls weren't really raised the same, so I can't really speak for every girl.
but
But
just
us
for
as in
you,
like in a Mexican household, like we like clean, we like
you feel
fucking
like
did
that.
laundry and shit.
Well,
Like
you hit the nail on the head. That's what a
yeah,
guy
yeah,
wants. Yes,
yeah.
no, it's perfect.
At
What do
like
you think a guy?
12, we were doing shit like that.
What else do you think other than cleaning? What's another thing that you think that men really want? Like the guy that you're looking for, what does he really want out of you?
Um, Probably somebody that tries to put in work into the relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even
Like
somebody that's fair.
yeah,
I'll tell you one of the biggest things, just so y'all know, loyalty.
like
There's
financially
there's
and supporting you.
yeah, but no, like the
Yeah.
number one thing, if y'all want to know, it's loyalty. That's
Yeah.
all a guy really cares about. Is our girl our girl?
Mhm,
Because that's what we've for thousands of years men had to look at that to know to make sure it was our kid.
mhm.
Because there was no birth control, there was no condoms, there was no DNA test, there was none of that shit. So loyalty is everything to a man. Just so y'all know, whenever you're talking to one or anything like that, you want to lock them in. Loyalty is a huge deal. Um,
I'd also throw in and bring peace to his life too. Don't bring
Mhm.
chaos.
yeah, don't bring chaos. Yeah, don't argue about bullshit.
Yeah, I don't.
But a lot of the guys that like sit there and be like, "Be my peace," sometimes they're the most unpeaceful
No,
motherfuckers,
for
and they be going
real.
out every other day and like partying with their
For
homies and like
real.
just being man hoes, and then their girls like, "You want me to be your peace, and you were doing this shit," you know? All right, so now I want to know, how do y'all normally source for dating? How are you finding guys? How are you finding the girls that you're looking for? Instagram, dating apps, cold approach. Which one is it? We'll start with you this time, Lee.
I'll be honest. Dating apps for sure, but in person is way better. Just cause right off the front you already know like the vibes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's
Um,
organic.
so yeah, like
Yes.
as a guy, like you gotta hit every angle, but in person is way better.
Yeah,
If I'm being honest,
spread your
yeah,
nets.
yeah, for sure.
What about you, man?
Yeah, I would say more. I'm not really out there on the online, but I think the cold approach in the social circle probably works best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, but
easiest,
yeah,
man.
I've never tried online. It kind of seems scary.
Yeah, I feel like
Really?
somebody will like try to kidnap me or
Yeah.
like
oh,
something.
All
just
right, this just goes to show what I say all the time, guys. Pretty girls do not use dating apps. I
yeah,
Do
talk about
not,
this
none
all
at
the
all.
time
I don't
because
even.
why would you need to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
yeah.
You have so
Yeah.
many guys that approach
You
you
could go
without it,
out
right?
and
Yeah.
find one.
All I gotta do is
Exactly,
just post
guys.
a
I
picture.
tried to tell y'all, huh?
All I gotta do is just post a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I don't think it's good to source that way.
and real quick, ladies, just a little PSA: not all men are predators. They're not all gonna kidnap you.
Yeah, they're not all
That's because
good.
that's how I
Not all
feel. I
men
watch
can be
so many
trusted.
scary movies. I watch too many
There's the
CSI.
movies, man. This is a TV show.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
also
but
like so. Do
it
you know
makes me
how?
think.
Do
Like
you
I
know
go to bed at
what?
night thinking, like, what would I do?
What are those YouTube channels that like talk about like what's it called? I can't think of what they're called.
Which one, man?
Like the YouTube channels that always talk about like the murder case and stuff. There's a word for it. I can't think of the damn word. But those things are huge, right?
Documentaries?
Well, there's another word for it, like true crime. Yeah, true crime shit.
Okay.
So like those true crime channels, they're huge right now.
Yeah.
There's so many people that watch them, and I think it's doing so much negativity to
It
to
is.
Yeah.
women.
It
Yeah.
really
It's
is.
causing them to be so paranoid and
Yeah.
think some of the worst stuff all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. Some girls might watch it because they really, and it's an addiction.
Yeah.
Like
It is,
my
man.
girl will tell you, I know my mom. I know so many women that are addicted to that shit. Like
Mhm.
they watch it
Mhm.
all the time. It's like it all goes back to the victimization thing, where like women are or
They play the victim.
everybody's a victim. Women and men all play victim card all day
Yeah.
long. And like whenever you sit there and show that shit all day long, they're just gonna play victim even more all the time.
Yeah.
I was on a feminist subreddit, and even on the feminist subreddit, there was tons of women in the feminist subreddit that were like, "Don't watch that shit. It's bad. It's not good for women's mental health." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn, even the feminists understand this shit's fucked up."
Yeah.
Like it's that bad.
Yeah, we're not saying that bad stuff doesn't happen. We're just saying it doesn't happen at the frequency that you think it does
Yeah.
because of all that other stuff. That's
It's a
happening.
way smaller percentage. Yeah. Now I want to know: do y'all care about a guy's savings, his 401k, his IRA, his HSA, and do y'all care about a lady's savings at all? We'll start with you, man.
I would say on the finance part, as long as she doesn't have mad crazy debt, like I'm okay. Like she doesn't have to be the most financially savvy person, but like if she knows what a 401k is, knows what a brokerage is, knows what the Roth is, like those are all good signs, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But just don't be crazy debt.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, man?
I would kind of agree as far as like not as important as like the savings, but it like as far as like the big debt, I feel like I would agree with that as well.
Because that becomes your debt.
Yeah. Real
Not only
talk.
that, but like it shows like how they can be irresponsible, right?
True. Yeah.
So,
it's not even about that.
If
Yeah.
they got credit card debt, crazy student loans on some bullshit degree, you know what I'm saying? If they got some car that they should not be buying,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It says a lot about you.
Yeah,
or
or
like
like
speaks
probably
volumes.
means you're fucking up in other places in your life as well.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
for sure.
We see red flags
Indicators.
like crazy. Indicators. Yes. All right. What about you? Do you look for a guy that has a 401k, IRA, HSA, savings at all? I know you just got into the stock market, so
To
I
be
hope you're.
honest, yeah, I do, because later on, whenever you want to retire, you're gonna look at that 401k and all that IRS.
Proud of you. You know how
All right, there
few
we go.
girls come on this show and
Especially at your
actually
age.
answer that question like that. I am so proud of you, and you're only 20. Guys,
Yeah.
this is rare. This never happens. All right. What about you? Do you care about guys saving at all? 401k?
No, yeah, I would agree.
You
Yeah,
do?
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
No, because that's something that
That is
every girl should
important,
be asking
yeah.
about. Yes. No, I think it's crazy because like my dad was somebody that was a really big saver and stuff like that. And I always like to think
Yeah,
back to
my
whenever
dad is too.
Yeah.
That's where
I-
we get it from.
That's
Mhm.
that's why
I always like to think back, like how would he had dated, like 10, 15 years ago. And it's just like back then, it's like what I was saying, guys, like I was telling you earlier, guys front their provisioning by buying Gucci and Louis now. Whereas back then, like you fronted you were a provider by having a badass house and just a normal car. Like
Mhm.
that's like you could prove you were a provider just by showing those things. It's women
Yeah,
are
for
super
real.
confused about what a provider is today because of that shit.
Mhm.
Now I need to know. We already kind of talked about this, but does credit score matter? I'll start with you actually this time, Drea. Does the guy's credit score matter at all to you?
Yes.
Yes. What's it need to be over?
700.
at least 800.
At least that.
800 is good.
I mean,
Right,
yeah, it's
that's
good,
good.
but 700
I
is
mean,
good.
you're pretty stable with
yeah.
800.
Oh, you're more than stable with 800. 800 is
Yeah,
incredible,
fucking
honestly.
great.
You got to be like you got to be doing really good to get up in the 800s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what about you, man? Do you care about her credit score? I'm guessing you do because what we were just talking about, it would indicate certain things.
I mean, if it's messed up, we can always get it fixed.
Oh yeah, so
Uh,
yeah, why don't you plug your like your company really quick?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out to Jalen, improvecreditscore.com. But if she like continuously messes it up, that's probably like okay, like you're just
Even
tripping
with
now.
you being able to
Yeah.
repair it over and over again, that's a
Yeah.
big deal then. Hey, but ladies, that's a guy of value right there. He'll fix your
Yeah.
shit up.
Absolutely.
He'll save y'all. He'll make it to where y'all get a house soon. All right. And what about you, man? Do you care about the credit score at all?
Yeah, I do absolutely.
Yeah.
With one caveat, if it's terrible, but she's willing to make it, put in the work to fix it, okay, cool. But if it's terrible, like, no,
And she
you
don't
got
give a
bad
fuck
habits.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and irresponsible.
Yeah. All right. So now, does Android or iPhone matter? We gotta start with the ladies on this one. Does it matter if he has an Android?
No, as long as he texts and calls me. I mean, I don't really do FaceTime.
But
I'd rather see them in person.
but you never
Okay.
got a green text. Be like this guy. Nope. Just because of the green text.
Nah.
Nah.
I
I think she
don't
has
really
maybe once or
care.
twice, but not a lot. What